Hello and welcome all of you on this YouTube channel of Learning Lab where you can learn without limits. I am Yogendra, your history educator, and today we are going to discuss our 2020 mains history paper. As you all know that in our previous lecture, we have already discussed the first question which contains 15 questions. Each carries 3 marks. I hope you all watched that video. So, in our today's video, we are going to discuss our next question. Question number 2. This question has 10 short answer type questions, and each question we have to answer in 50 words or 5 to 6 lines. Dear students, without wasting further time, let's begin our today's video and today's discussion. So, the first question is, what is Balathal culture? Describe its main features. So, Balathal culture belongs to Ahar-Banas culture. And Balathal was a Neolithic site. It was discovered by V.N. Mishra in 1962 and 63. If we talk about presently, Balathal is situated in Udaipur district of Rajasthan, and the time period of Balathal culture was 3000 BC से लेकर till 1500 BC. Remember these facts. In body, what you can write, you can mention about the chronology, which I tell you it was a transition phase between Neolithic and Bronze Age. Second, material culture. So, if you talk about material culture or architecture, then the houses were rectangular or oval shaped and made by mud and mud bricks. Apart from that, 8 types of pottery found there. Then the agriculture and economy. So basically in agriculture, they cultivated rice, wheat, barley, millet, etc. It was a agro-pastoral community. Means what? Agro means agriculture and pastoral means they rear livestock as well. So after that, we come to the cultural and social aspect. If we talk about cultural and social aspect, then many bull figurines were found there, and the social structure reflect a social hierarchy. Last point would be your decline and termination. So because the farm culture of southeastern Rajasthan declined, it leads to what was the reason? Because of inhospitable climate at the end of second millennium BC. So that was the reason of its declination. Now move to our second question, that is write an essay on the ancient Indian scientific literature. As you all know that our ancient history was uh, saw a remarkable development in philosophy, science, spirituality, and everything. So basically this the scientific literature started from Vedic age only, 1500 BC till 500 BC. And especially if we talk about Atharvaved, then some cosmological concepts were there, basically of philosophical and spiritual origin. So you can mention Atharvaved. After that, you have to mention about astronomy and astrology. So as you all know that in astronomy, Surya Siddhanta was there, and It has astronomical calculations. For example, length of the year and timing of astronomical events, etc. were given in Surya Siddhanta. Then if we talk about astrology, then Brihad Jatika was there. Second, you can mention about mathematics. In mathematics, we have Shalva Sutra. Shalva Sutra was basically during Vedic period only, and what it contains uh, the कि वो जो हवन जो होता था तो उसकी साइज क्या होती थी. So basically, the perimeter or other dimensions of that Havan Kund was given in Shalva Sutra. Apart from that, other book is Lilavati and Bij Ganita. So Lilavati is a treatise on arithmetic and uh, algebra, and which was written by Bhaskara II. Then third is medicine. In medicine, you all know about the trio Charak, Shushrup and Vagbhatta. Charak wrote Charak Samhita, Shushrup wrote Shushrup Samhita, Vagbhat wrote Panchasiddhanta. So, what is given in Charak Samhita? It is about medicine, herbs, and wellness and health. So, Shrup Samhita mention about surgery and different techniques of surgery and procedures. For example, the method of rhinoplasty was explained in Sushrup Samhita. Then, then later on, Vagbhat came into the picture, and uh, he wrote the Vagbhat Samhita, and in that he mentioned about Vat, Pitta, Kapha, and other diseases. I am rubbing because I have positive spores here. Then you can mention about metallurgy. As you all know that Nagarjuna was well versed in metallurgy, and uh, he had done some experiment with lead. Apart from that, Delhi iron pillar we can mention as an example. So these all are things you can mention, because we don't have liberty to write more. So we have to give 3-4 points, and then we have to conclude accordingly. Key, obviously that period from 6th century BC till 12th century Common Era was the main time where ancient scientific progress has done, and accordingly you have to conclude. Then our next question is evaluate Akbar's religious policies. So Akbar, as you all know, that Akbar was the third Mughal ruler, and his time period was 1556 till 1605. Then what you can mention in Akbar's religious policy? So basically it was based on tolerance, as all the other religious communities or sects like Hinduism, Jainism, Christian, Zoroastrian, they can live there and practice their religious practices. Apart from that, second point could be dialogue and debate. As you all know, that Akbar created Ibadat Khana at Fatehpur Sikri, where he engaged in such type of debates. Third point could be creation of Deen Ilahi. So it gave concepts of ethical living and loyalty towards king. So basically, it was a ethical code. Then abolition of Jizya. After that, you can mention about marriage alliances. As you all know that Mughals, especially Akbar and later Mughals, they married to Rajput queens or princess. So, and they gave permission to practice their own religion. So, it was also comes under his tolerant religious policy. Then, high level official and military persons. For example, Man Singh, Jai Singh, they served Akbar. It also shows that other religious people can also uh, appointed at the higher level, and religion was not a bias or not a barrier to get the higher rank. So higher posts. So these 4 5 points you can mention, and then you have to sum up that it was his religious policy, because of which at that time the two-third part of Indian subcontinent comes under Mughal rule. Now, move on to our next question. That is right. The causes of decline of traditional cottage industries in India. As you all know, that Britishers came to our country, ruled over 200 years, and it has multiple uh, means multiple effects on all the sects or sectors. For example, economy, society, polity. तो सारे जो aspect हैं वो सारे के सारे affect हुए थे. And especially if we talk about the traditional cottage industry, then we can start with the introduction, in which we have to mention about that because of multiple factors like social, political, economical, and technological factors involved in the decline of traditional cottage industry. Then in body, we have to discuss some 4 5 points. Like number one is British colonial policies. So in colonial policies, number one was imposition of taxes and ड्यूटीज किसके ऊपर, जो इंडियन मैन्युफैक्चर्ड गुड्स होते थे उस पर इन्होंने भारी टैक्सेस और ड्यूटीज लगाई, और जो इम्पोर्टेड माल था ब्रिटिश मैन्युफैक्चर्ड उस पर काफ़ी कम टैक्सेस लगाए गए. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट व्हाट हैपन कि जो इंडियन प्रोडक्ट्स थे वो डोमेस्टिक और इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में काफ़ी महंगे हो गए. एंड एट द सेम टाइम जो फैक्ट्री मैन्युफैक्चर्ड गुड्स थे वो इंडिया में उनका उन्होंने मार्केट कैप्चर कर लिया क्योंकि वो चीप थे. ठीक है. देन second point is destruction of local markets. As we all know, before Britishers came to India, our local villages were self-sufficient. But later on, what happened? Our villages become a net supplier of raw material only. So हमारे local markets जो थे उनको इन्होंने destroy कर दिया. Then in second point, what you can mention? We have to mention economic factors like capital and credit constraint. So most of the time, Indian manufacturer they faced this difficulty of capital and credit. So it also led to destruction of traditional cottage industry. Then second is market fluctuation. As you know, all know, market based on sentiments. And at that time, whenever such fluctuation happened, especially who faced most difficulty, only our Indian cottage industry. Then third point is change in consumer preferences. For example, what Britishers did, they उन्होंने किया था ना कि हम बस शरीर से तो इंडियन होंगे लेकिन थॉट प्रोसेस से हम ब्रिटिशर्स होंगे. So the middle class people, they started enjoying buying factory manufactured goods because they have standardization in quality and in material. So that was also one reason. Fourth is government policies. As उस समय के जो रूलर्स थे उन्होंने क्या किया कि they usually patronize the artists and this type of workers, skilled workers, but because of they also come under the Britishers and they hand over the sovereignty and the power to Britishers. So no one was there to patronize these skilled workers. So that was also one reason. Then apathy towards them. Fifth point could be skill gap compared to factory manufactured goods. So all these points led to destruction of Indian cottage industries. Then you have to summarize. But these industries once played a crucial role in India's economy and culture. Their decline had significant social, economic, and cultural impact, which led to unemployment, poverty, and migration. You have to mention these things in your conclusion. Now move on to our next question, that is give a brief description of India rise as a republic. So, dear students, in this question, what you can write, you have to mention that it is a significant milestone in Indian history and it shows a transition from colonial subject to sovereignty and become a democratic, sovereign, democratic and republic nation. In body, we can mention first point as historical background. कैसे हम 200 सालों तक गुलाम रहे ब्रिटिशर्स के. Then the development. Similarly, in this point only, you have to mention about independence movement, that how it started and how it ends, and the culmination is into independence we got on 15th August 1947. Then step towards republic. First point is independence achieved. Second is constitutional assembly. in Constitutional Assembly, you have to mention that how in 2 year, 11 months, and some days we had created our constitution and enacted it. All that comes into next part. That is, India become republic on 26 Jan 1950. Then third point you have to mention about first president. Who was the first president? Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Fourth point is significance. क्या significance है इसके कि हम रिपब्लिक नेशन बने? First is democratic foundation. Today India is the largest democracy. So the roots of our democratic system is there. Then second is unity. And diversity. You have to mention this thing as well. Fifth point could be global standing. Today, where are we? It is because of our principles enshrined in the preamble, like democracy, republic, secular, all these things helpful in our present scenario. Then you can conclude by writing that India's transformation into republic was a crucial step. How it was a crucial step? Because its journey, our self-governance, and the other dimension set the stage for development as the world's largest democracy. So guys, here we have to stop because I think ये वीडियो थोड़ा लंबा हो रहा है. तो आज हमने 5 क्वेश्चन डिस्कस किए हैं फ्रॉम 2.1 to 2.5, and in our next video we will discuss the next 5 question of 5 marker, and उसके बाद जो वीडियो आएगा उसमें हम जो 11 मार्कर क्वेश्चन है उनको डिस्कस करेंगे. So by that time you have to work hard, keep studying, stay curious, and keep learning. And also do not forget to subscribe and comment in the comment section. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.